Hi Libra, welcome to October. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And I'm getting ready to do your reading for the month of October. So we have Pluto going direct. We have a full moon in Aries and a new moon in Scorpio this month. So let's see what the cards have to say. For Libra, what does Libra need to know about love and relationships for the month of October 2019? What is coming up for Libra in 2019 for love and relationships? What is coming up for Libra? What does Libra need to know about love and relationships for 2019? Justice, the Chariot, the Judgment, the Strength card, the Death card, the Magician. Oh my God, look at all these major arcana. The Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. Okay, so Libra, your card is the first card out, Justice. The Scales. This is going to be a very karmic month. This is a very major month for you. Look at these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcana out of 10. So, Justice. This is a karmic time. It's time for your karmic reward. The scales are going to be balanced. Justice card can relate to a relationship that's very balanced. Like if you've been through a difficult time, I feel like your difficulty is ending. And you're moving into a time, like it's like the scales are being balanced. Whatever you've been through in the past, now it's your turn to shine. It's your turn to have new beginnings. The Chariot. The Chariot represents, you might have been scattered lately. Maybe you've just been keeping yourself busy with a variety of things, but you're not really moving forward. Or you haven't up in the present. Sometimes justice comes up when there's a legal situation that has to be resolved due to maybe a relationship. You're trying to figure out you're trying to do the right thing or do the fair thing. So there could be some kind of settlement or maybe making a decision and wanting to do the right thing. But the Chariot represents victory through discipline and focus. So you have to call in your scattered energies. You have to really figure out, what do I want to do? What do I need? And you know, Libra, you've been balancing things for a long time. You've been trying to make a decision. It's at some point you have to take a stand. You can't please everyone. So you have to learn, you know, I can't control what other people do. I can't control what other people think. All I can control is my reaction. And all I can be concerned, you know, you have to think about, what do you need? So the Judgment card is in the past. You've been doing a lot of work on yourself. This is a card of rebirth. You've been either getting on a healthier lifestyle, trying to give up bad habits, maybe you're exercising, or you're giving up things that you know are not healthy for you. You might have even been going through some type of counseling, learning how to control your emotions, not going to the extremes of emotion, because the Strength card is a card of learning how to control or tame the beast within. And you're feeling stronger. You've been really working on yourself, Libra. And with the Judgment card, you know that if anything is going to change in your life, it's going to be you that has to make the changes. You're not sitting around waiting for change to happen. You're taking action. The Death card is coming up, followed by the Magician. The Death card means you're clearing out. You're at the end of a cycle. Look, you even have the Ten of Wands here. So something is ending in your life. Some cycle of where you felt burdened and overwhelmed with work, carrying heavy responsibilities. That's coming to an end. Because the Death card, it doesn't necessarily mean physical death, but it means the death of a lifestyle or a death of a cycle in your life. The old is ready to be released. It's about clearing out and preparing for a new spring, preparing for new growth. And here you've even got this Ace of Wands, which is the card of spring. It represents the spring months of March, April, and May. So in October, and October is, the time of, at least in the northern hemisphere, it's the fall. It's the time of, things are dying from the summer. And it's time to clear out the dead wood, clear out the dead leaves. And even Libra, your season is in the fall. As a matter of fact, October. So you should be having a birthday. Some of you are having a birthday in October. So you're clearing out the dead wood. You're accepting that some cycle, some part of your life is over. And if you're not at the beginning, you will be by the end of the month. And with the Death card, you have to kind of maybe even do a ritual where you bless the past and you mourn the past, you release it with love and, with everything that it meant to you, and you kiss it goodbye and you send it, put it to rest, I guess. And some cards, this card shows death kind of as, like the harvester, the reaper. But there are some cards that show death as someone, in a cemetery, laying things to rest, burying the past, and then leaving their love behind. Okay, whatever this cycle meant to me, it was beautiful, and now I'm going to, bless it and honor it and release it. And then you have this Magician card here. This is a card of manifestation. So once you get through this past, releasing the past, coming to some completion. Like some of you, it could be some kind of legal thing, maybe a relationship. Some could be marriage, some could be divorce. Whatever it is, a cycle is changing from one state to another. So if you're single, you might be getting married. If you're married, you might be either getting divorced or ending a relationship. Something is coming to completion for you. And the Magician is about manifesting. Okay, I'm on this new path. I've released my past life, and whatever pains and whatever suffering I've had in the past, that's gone. That's behind me. Now, what do I want to do from here on in? What do I want to create from this moment on? Because now I'm at the edge of a new cycle with the Magician. And the Magician can create anything he wants. You have all the skills you need. So if you want a new relationship, if you want a new career, whatever you want, you have the power to manifest through your thoughts and what you focus on. Where am I focusing my energy? That's the question. I mean, this is a powerful time. Look at all these major arcana. You have a lot of power right now. Where are you going to direct that power? You don't want to scatter it. You don't want to be like, garden hose trying to spray everything. You want to focus. When a fireman's trying to put out a fire, he focuses on that flame. He's not using a sprinkler. I don't know. I'm not a fireman, so. But if you want to hit your target, you have to focus. If you want to achieve something, whether it's love or career, whatever it is, you have to know what you want, and you have to focus your energy on it. You can't just be like, well, maybe I'll try this, maybe I'll try that, maybe I'll do a little of this, a little of that. This card, you'll never get anywhere. You have to focus. This is a card about focus. Focusing your thoughts, focusing your energy, and controlling what you think. Don't get caught up in negativity, because then you're going to attract that. So you have this Queen of Swords here. This could represent you. You've been through a lot. No one can deny that because you have, but that's ending. You're coming out of a bad cycle or out of a difficult cycle. But this queen she remembers all her sorrows and all her pain and all her heartache. And she's keeping people away. It's like you built this wall up around you. Saying, stay away. I don't need anybody. I can take care of myself. And you're keeping love at bay too. So you may want to try to drop your guard a little bit. Be a little bit more accessible. Don't keep people at a distance. But the other thing about the queen, and this could be something that you're going through, is really thinking, using your mind to make decisions. And that's a Libra thing anyway. Libras use logic to make decisions. They're not very emotional, like, let's say, the water signs, which, whether it makes sense or not, oh, but I love him or I love her and I just have to follow my heart. Libra is very calculating. Libra says, well, what makes sense? What is the logical thing to do? So, and the Queen of Swords can sometimes be a little bit harsh, sometimes judgmental. So don't be hard on others, and don't be hard on yourself, because things are changing. You have the Wheel of Fortune in your environment. So whatever you've been through, if you've been through a difficult time, you're moving into a brighter time. If you've been through a difficult relationship, you're going to be moving into opportunity to create a new beginning. Maybe not so much in October. I think October for you is going to be finishing up and closing out. And clearing out the past and whatever's no longer working, whatever's dead and dying, you're just clearing it out. And you're preparing. You're kind of like preparing for winter, preparing to go within and think about what seeds you want to plant that are going to sprout next spring. Because here's this Ace of Wands in your wish fulfillment sector. New beginning. Could be a new job, a new career path, a new relationship. But whatever it is, you're going to feel like taking action. You're coming out of a dark time. You're coming out of a period of hibernation, period of rest, maybe even a period of hard work, because you have this Ten of Wands here. A period where you've been carrying this load, this heavy baggage, and you're about to let it down, like put it down. Because you're going to realize that the world is open to you, and that new beginnings, today is the beginning of the rest of your life, Every day is an opportunity for a new beginning. You go to sleep at night, you wake up the next day, if you're still alive, it's a new day. And you can do anything with that day. And you can start over, and you can start things and begin things. So don't dwell on the past. You've been through the mill. You have made changes. You're feeling stronger with this Judgment card. You've had an awakening. You've woken up and realized how you need to change your life. And you've been doing it. And so now you have Justice and the Magician working for you, and the Wheel of Fortune, to create this new beginning that's going to be coming over the next several months. Probably by the spring, by March. Because when the Judgment comes up, it usually represents a change of relationship, change of residence, change of job. Things are changing. And this is a very significant, in a very strong and significant way, because of these major arcana. It's like your spiritual path. You're finding your path. You're coming out of a time of confusion and being scattered. And you're getting on the path. And you're releasing anything that's been holding you back, keeping you stuck. You're going to be releasing that. So let's see what the astrology has to say. We have a full moon in Aries. This is happening in your 7th house. So something about your relationships is coming to fruition or completion. So for some of you, you could be getting married, making a commitment. Fine, or even if it's not a marriage or a love relationship, it could even be a business partnership, something with your career. Some long-term partnership is being solidified or completed. You have Pluto in the 4th house, so there's a lot going on at home too. You've been probably reevaluating childhood issues. Issues with your mother, maybe both parents, because you have Pluto and Saturn both there. You're breaking out of the mold of childhood. So whatever you've been through in the past, those issues may come back to be thought about, to be revisited. How are my childhood patterns affecting my present life? How are my childhood patterns, the way I was raised, my role models, affecting the way I act in relationships? And that's going to be the issue at this full moon with Pluto. Where am I giving my power away in relationships? Am I giving my power away at home? How can I empower myself, and how can I transform my home and my family and my roots so that I'm better supported? So there's a lot of changes going on at home. You may change your residence. You may change the way your house looks. The people that live in your house may change. In the meanwhile, when all this power struggle and all this, Plutonian energy is happening, because the moon, this full moon in Aries, it's a balancing act between Aries and Libra. And Aries represents, selfishness and the need, taking care of me. Libra represents the other, caring about what the other person needs, and trying to find that balance between what I need, what do I need for me, and what do the people around me need, what do my relationships need, and how can I balance that out so both of us are happy, so we both get our needs met, so that I'm not being selfish and the other person's not being selfish, or I'm not being too giving, because Libra has a tendency to want to keep the peace, and you may sacrifice too much sometimes in relationships. And to keep the peace, sometimes you have to take a stand. So this full moon is reminding you and us that we have to find balance in relationship. It can't be all one-sided. And so you might be coming through you might be having some type of resolution along those lines, where your relationships are going to, if you play it right, you'll come out with greater harmony, with greater understanding about what your partner needs, what you need. Because the full moon is shining its light on Aries, on selfishness and initiative and, impatience. Aries wants to be first. And that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes Aries can be insensitive. And is not thinking about how their actions are affecting others. So that's what this full moon is bringing up. How are my actions affecting my partnerships? Am I thinking of myself only? Am I considering others? And usually Libra does, so I'm not worried about you. But maybe you're dealing with someone who is a little bit insensitive, and you have to speak up. So, let's see what else is happening. You also have Venus. So Pluto's in the 3rd house. So Jupiter is supporting this moon. So in your house of communication. So it's a good time for you to really get out there. And if you have a message for someone, you need to go and let them know. Call people up. Contact your friends, your relatives, your brothers and sisters. Reach out to family and friends. Communicate, write, teach. Those are all the things of Jupiter. Explore. Get out in the neighborhood. Get out of your funk. Travel. This is a very karmic time in terms of career and home also for you. Venus is going through your 2nd house, and it's opposing Uranus. So some unexpected developments can happen in terms of your financial situation. Venus usually brings money. when it comes into the second house. When it hits Uranus is in the 8th house, you could have an unexpected windfall, an unexpected insurance payout or settlement or something. Some 11th hour angel, investor is supporting your dreams, or, you suddenly find yourself having the money to do what you wanted to do. Feeling more confident. Venus is making you feel more confident, more self-assured. Your values are changing unexpectedly. So there could be some surprises around this full moon in terms of money and also intimacy. Then you have a new moon in Scorpio on the 27th. That's coming in your second house. So maybe there's a new source of income, new way of bringing money, maybe a partner, you're connecting with someone in partnership that's bringing more financial support into your life. You're just feeling more confident. Saturn and Pluto are going through your 4th house, and Mars is squaring Saturn in your 1st house. So you're really going to be a go-getter. When Mars is in your 1st house, you're out there, you're getting, it's giving you the energy to get your needs met. So you might have some power struggles at home if you're really raring to go and somebody else is not on the same page. I just feel like this month is going to be really fortunate for you to resolve some partnership issues. Anything that's been weighing you down or concerning you is going to be relieved through partnership, through communication. So don't be afraid to speak your mind. Don't be afraid to take the initiative. And focus on the positive. You don't have to carry that burden. Put that baggage down. Put that burden down. Because your luck is changing for the better. So that's my message, Libra, for October. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you'd like a private reading, just click on the link in the description box and we'll get you on the schedule. In the meantime, I want to say thank you for everyone who's liked it and shared and subscribed to my channel. And those who've taken out time to leave comments, I really appreciate all the comments. I really appreciate you guys, especially those, and if you've ordered readings, I've appreciated your support. And I hope I was able to help you. And, well, happy birthday too, Libra, if you're born in October. And have a wonderful October. I will see you again next month. Okay, bye now.